Is it not enough? This is what you wanted, and I thought it was love, but now my body's haunted. Haunted by you. Salt in the wound. I wouldn't have told you if I knew you'd take it back. Someone else to hold you, someone else to know. Know you better than your ghost. I thought we were even closer, but I think you should know that you let me down. Never been so low since you're not around. So how's it feel now? Keep bleeding out. Don't need me now. Better without. But do you even know that you let me down? You tell me for once. Tell me what we're missing. 'Cause I don't think we're done. And I can learn to listen. Listen to you. Like you want me to. I wouldn't have told you if I knew you'd take it back. Someone else to hold you. Someone else if this is over. Someone else who pulls you closer. Someone else to give me closure. So tell me if it's really over. But I think you should know that you let me down. Never been so low since you're not around. So how's it feel now? Keep bleeding out. Don't need me now. Better without. But do you even know that you let me down? I think you should know that you let me down. Never been so low since you're not around. So how's it feel now? Keep bleeding out. Don't need me now. Better without. But do you even know that you let me down?
You feel me? Yeah. You feel me? Nah, that's real. Keep it on West Coast, cause I feel like we cats don't show us the love out here. Dago, putting on for the town. Tell me about it.
Blood orange morning, we hardly slept. Polished chrome, tinted glass, the way you looked then. We slept with our heads together, we had the same dream. Cityscape and the chipped door piece. Hit the roof of the car, driving through the yellow light. Golden glow reflecting your smile in the night. I'll let your red shotgun as the sun is fading. Oh, we'll get out of here, baby. Out on the lakeside, where we stopped to rest, 1,000 miles from home, but we never felt this close. We'll start a new life in a new kind of light, where the water's never murky and the sky is clear. We slept with our heads together, we had the same dream. New town in the window of a train. Going 85 under a street light. Empty freeway in the middle of the night. I'll let you DJ lean the seat back, you know, get crossing like
was all here on the radio, I think.
It gets cold when we run. Pray for an early sun. Timeless and patience in the light. We dance together all night. We slept with our heads together. We
That's just what needs to happen. Exactly.
I'm not saying that to be your pal. I'm saying it to Shaggy. That like
That was rough.
that was very rough. It's like I'm trying to read it phonetically, and it's just like, but also trying to get the accent in there.
I mean, I'm gonna try to
What
attempt
is
it.
what is pish?
The piss, I think.
Being a lesbo is pish. You tell a girl she's banging and you get coming from you. Nah, I'm not saying to be a pal. I'm saying to shag you.
Just the classic Scottish woman voice.
Ah, yes, of course. Oh boy.
I was gonna
Just
say it's
as,
like the...
Mhm.
Oh, I was just thinking D&D, like it's like the dwarf, you know.
I was about to say something, yeah.
Get your classic dwarf in here. Just gotta listen to the opening few lines of like the Hearthstone client a couple times, and you're like, ah, yes, dwarf.
Except for it's Arthas right now.
Ooh, spooky.
Yeah.
No way, they made Arthas a dwarf?
I do love
They've
that
retconned
for like all fantasy creatures, like they're all varied and like wide variety. And then everyone just agrees that dwarfs are Scottish, and like they don't need to be any broader than that.
I also do like the.
Who you calling abroad?
I also do like the idea of dwarves being Texan. That's also a good one.
Walk me
What
through that
universe?
Not in anything like traditional, but you know, I saw a post at one point that was like, let's shift up the normal accents, and that was one of them. The traditional accents.
Fair enough. All right, to get into it though, let's do some D&D. It's
Yep,
time.
totally not finishing up a game of Hearthstone.
That's
while
fine.
We recap.
We'll get fucking
Doing the
Donk
D, as the
donk.
kids like to say.
All right, so been a bit, but last session was pretty straightforward and pretty simple. So it started with the trial by combat, where Morgort was fighting against Splop the Croaking Sage, and things went a little bit sideways, where Splop got a little bit too aggressive and looked like they were going to try to kill Morgort, which was not good. But all the while this was happening, the attack, the coup occurs, where that boy, I'm forgetting his name. He was the Baron.
Illig.
Huh?
Are you talking about Illig?
Oh yeah, Illig. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, where Illig and his cronies all, with the distraction of the fight and the toad going after everybody, the giant toad going after everybody, stabbed the king, King Soggy, whatever the fuck his name is. King Soggy Bottom? King fucking... I don't know. They stabbed the king in the eyeball. King's dead. New king, who dis? It's King Illig, who knighted all of you as dukes and duchesses of the, I think he was like the muddy baron. What the fuck was his? The
Muck Stump.
The
Baron
Muck
of
Stump.
Muck Stump.
Yeah, you're all dukes and duchesses of Muckstump now. Nobles of the Soggy Court. And his first order for you was to deliver was to continue with the mission that he said before, and deliver his gift of taxidermied pelts to Lady Bavlorva in her cottage in the middle of the lake. You were given a little boat to go there, and traversed across the foggy lake, arriving at the cottage that stands on stilts. Making your way up into the main room, you found yourself in a strange little area that had like this kind of clogged up well and this stagnant water well area or stagnant water pool area. And as you were investigating all the strangeness in here, very soon you were summoned by a strange little froggy creature to go upstairs as you were to be greeted by Lady Bavlorva, or by Bavlorva herself. Making your way into a hall, you found yourselves in a sitting room where the froggy Bavlorva was having a conversation with with another individual here. A kind of sharp-featured, almost bluish skinned individual named Charm, who you recognize as one of the proprietors of the Shadow Balloon that is docked at the edge of Downfall, the town that you are in, where the Soggy Court resides. After some conversation, Bavlorna, you ended up invoking one of the 3 rights, the right of hospitality, and Bavlorna acknowledged that, seeing that she would answer your questions and see what you wanted, as long as you did some favors for her, hence invoking the rule of reciprocity. The favors were pretty simple. She wanted you to do some plumbing. Fix her pool downstairs. It's been clogged for a while and she has no idea why the well is not filling up, and she needs that fixed. It's part of her beauty routine and it's a big problem. She also is missing a book. Bavlorna's big book of bad blood. She doesn't know where it is. And she assumes that, well, it can't have gone too far, so it would be pretty simple for your group to kind of fetch that and bring that back. Secretly, you do already have it. Not letting her know this quite yet, but King Gullop gave it to you as one of his favors to go give back to Bavlorva. And lastly, it was to get a package for her. So, she knows that Illig had promised a package, a crate filled with dead animal carcasses, which, once again, I do believe, or you do have in your possession. And this is where I don't have a little bit, I want some clarification. I don't think you guys gave her, you didn't give her the book or the crate of carcasses yet, right?
No, that was. I think we decided
Pushed
not to
the
do
crate.
that yet.
I thought we pushed the crate in, but we kept the book.
Maybe my notes cut out, which sucks.
Yeah,
at this
because I'm
section.
pretty sure she said she was very excited about having animals to work on.
Oh, because we're talking about trading for another animal skull,
Yes.
right? That was the whole point. Like, oh, we'll give you these bones, you give us that one. Kind of. I think that was part of the earlier conversation.
Yeah, you are looking for your scarecrow friend's elk skull that could possibly be here as well. So, the group went downstairs. The majority of the group was led back downstairs to the preservation pool, as it is called, to try to figure out what the hell's clogging the well. There was a little bit of investigation there, but Zug decided to stay behind and druid-shaped, wild-shaped, into I guess a weasel, or was it a meerkat? Can't remember.
It was some small, goofy creature.
It was a small, goofy creature of some sort, and snuck his way underneath the cabinet to see what there's like a little door down there. Was able to kung fu kick the door down as a small creature.
Oh, it was a ferret. I'm pretty sure it was a ferret.
And then made your way through the hallway and found it basically dead-ended. There was no indicator of how you're going to get back in or how you get back out, and then you decided to retrace your steps. And in doing so, you shrunk down even more. Strange. Stranger and stranger. You emerge underneath the bookshelf. 1/20th the size of what you were before. Itty-bitty little creature. At that time, downstairs, the Mario party was trying to figure out what the fuck was wrong with the plumbing, and ended up, I do believe, shaping water or dropping something down into the bottom of this fucking of this tube, and out schlorped a gelatinous cylinder. As it emerges, we find the party now at the edge of the pool, facing this cylinder of goop with like bits and pieces of pond detritus stuck within it, as it reorients itself, seemingly, and starts to advance upon the party. So we're going to start it off with a bang. We need everybody down here to... Actually, I want everybody to roll initiative for me, including Mr. Zug, who is upstairs.
Probably a good chance I hear. What? It just closed my. It's probably I didn't save.
Oh no,
So-
it closed and opened up. Wow, how did this happen?
There we go. Loud screeching noises.
I had my token selected. Damn, that's a good roll though. I have giant dragonfly and giant frog available as names.
Oh yeah,
I'm
forgot about
part
that.
of the action, guys. I'll be there eventually.
Mhm. Okay, so this is where we start things off. Belka, you are on top of it. Your stopwatch buzzes at your breast as you are ready for combat. The gelatinous cylinder swivels around, facing you. What do you do?
I am going to stab it a couple of times.
This is the first actual combat of the entire campaign. Crazy.
Let's see what you got.
Yep, sorry. I was running out of time on my turn, which this is a long fucking game. I apologize in advance.
All good.
Okay. Haha. 23.
Yeah, that absolutely hits. This thing has 0
Four.
armor.
10. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot what my character is because it's been so long. I would have used a bonus action to activate Blade Bond,
Okay.
which would be Hood. And it's gonna be force damage.
Cool.
And then that allows this. So, I can't do it this turn because bonus action to activate Blade Bond.
Okay. But yeah, you very easily hit this thing. It has like 0 armor. It's going to be very, very simple to hit it. So, this would be 10 force damage instead.
10 force damage, yep.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you watch as a large swath of the cube just gets sliced with the rapier, leaving a kind of a hollow spot for a brief moment before more of the ooze kind of slurps its way out from inside and seals itself back up there. Okay. So, up next, we have Zug, who is upstairs. You can hear some stuff, Zug, and I will allow you to make a perception check for me.
All right, let's do that.
And remember, because you are wild shaped, you use the you use your
for mental stats.
mental
Yes.
stats.
Yeah. Okay. Perception. Oh, the perception. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the interesting thing that you see and hear. So you hear some action from downstairs as something, just like you hear almost like a large sucking noise echo through the floorboards. And then you hear just a shoom, 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 shoom. Something's happening downstairs. You observe the room as well. For a brief moment, there's kind of as that loud slurping noise occurs, the house kind of shakes. And you see the teacups on the table rattle a little bit as Bavlorna and Charm both look down at it. And Bavlorna just has a big old froggy smile as her strange, unblinking eyes stare back at Charm. Oh, good. They're dealing with the plumbing, it seems. Very good, house guests. And Charm just kind of smiles back and nods. And then that's when, Zug, you see that next to you, in your small, little tiny form, a shadow is scrunched up underneath the wardrobe here. And it almost unfolds itself along the floor, kind of in the crevice of where the floor meets the wall, and starts sneaking towards the stairs at the south side of the room. With that perception check, you catch that Charm is watching it the entire time.
Does it have any form, or is it just like a amorphous?
As
shadowy
it reaches
blob?
the south side of the room,
Mm-hmm.
for a brief moment, it stands up against the stairwell. Pavlona has her back towards it, and you can see it has the shape of Charm.
Oh.
And you look over at Charm; she has no shadow.
Interesting. Is it looking like it's trying to go downstairs?
It's going upstairs.
Ooh. I'm gonna follow it. I'm gonna be a sneaky ferret. I'm gonna try to sneak along at 1/20th my size,
Okay.
hiding behind.
Yeah, you're invisible to all
Anything.
these things, but I'll just allow you to just fucking move like a fucking zip. Like, you zip across the room, and as you zip your way to the bottom here,
Oh,
you
yeah.
see the shadow basically go flat again and slide underneath the door to the next floor.
Ooh, okay. Does it look like I might be able to squeeze as a tiny
Dude,
little
you can just
creature?
walk up right through that the gap there.
Oh yeah, 100%. I am now super fascinated by this. I paused for a moment to think about what was going on downstairs. Think, they're probably fine, and then I'll just, if I need to sneak, because I want to make sure I'm not seen, I'm just running after.
You're so small.
Trying to track it.
It doesn't really matter. You zip up the stairs, hop, 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 and you sneak your way underneath the doorway and find yourself in a strange, moldy bedroom on the top floor.
Oh, jeez, moldy bedroom.
Well, it's a bedroom up here where the floor has kind of algae and strangeness to it. There's a single bed, and once again, the same strange detritus of strewn about pots, pans, little pots, pans, and dishes everywhere. This is going to be the end of your turn. You look around with that standing perception check. You see the shadow is like feeling its way along the southern wall and then moves to the eastern wall and starts kind of like, you can see it's almost investigating, looking for something.
Noted.
Okay. Back downstairs. Kiwi, you are up. You see Velka slice into this gelatinous cylinder, doing some damage to it, obviously. And it is now your turn. What will you do?
I called you a noob. I should have said you were a boob.
Nice. Vicious mockery. Okay. I need to see something quick.
He doesn't have to understand
Oh,
me.
great. Yeah, if you could just
Yeah.
mock something that has no understanding. Excellent. That's all I needed to know. All right, it fails. The gelatinous cube wiggles and undulates as you mock it for 3 psychic damage.
I can't tripping. Yeah. And it's disadvantage at its
yep.
next attack. So,
It will
you
have
know.
disadvantage.
Cantrips should actually trip people.
That would be a really funny one of those, like, make a change the rule literally or something like that. There's a whole trend for that.
Exactly. Okay, so it just got insulted. All right, moving on. Old high man Nutmeg.
I don't really know. I don't really know what the fuck this thing is, but I'm gonna take out my shambong, and I'm gonna aim it at it, and I'm just gonna start inhaling as hard as I can. I want to steal something from it, but I'm a little
Give it
fey
the
bastard. I am. I'm giving it the suck, and you see like a small string start coming towards my shams. I try to steal some of its luck, and I'm casting Bane on it.
Oh, yeah, dude. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Suck it off.
So you're getting rid of some of its luck. Another wisdom, no, this time charisma save.
Charisma save.
All right, this thing has absolutely the most charismatic gelatinous cylinder you've ever seen. It rolls an 11. That was actually extremely high for it. That was a 16 minus 5.
Really good roll.
It is now Bane. Oh no!
So
What have you done to me?
You nearly adopted
I take some of that little like fog mist, whatever that got sucked up to my bong, and I shove it in my pack of like stolen things.
Oh. Get Bane.
And
Any bonus
I'll
actions?
just step back here, take a whiff, or take a huff.
Oh man.
My regular shit.
Oh man, that is the weirdest fucking of your regular shit. Okay, I thought you were gonna huff some
Yeah.
gelatinous.
No. No.
Yeah, that would not be good. All right, stepping back against the wall.
Yep.
Look over and you can see it's Rosin's turn. What are you gonna do?
Okay, sorry, I was looking for my Discord. I do I have Physical?
What was that?
Can I have sneak attack?
I'm within 5 feet of it, so yeah.
I forget how sneak attack works.
Sneak attack is
I don't
if
have
you
rogue and
have
quite some time.
advantage, or if someone was a ally is within 5 feet.
An
of them.
ally's within 5 feet.
I guess technically it is an opposing member to it. So like if it's a three faction fight, it just has to be someone who isn't its ally. So it could
Okay.
be your enemy as long as it's also their enemy.
The enemy of my enemy is my sneak attack.
Is your sneak attack?
Okay, so if that's the case, then I am going to I think I will just take my I think I'll kind of slide around over what is technically the front of this thing?
Doesn't really have a
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, I don't really need.
Age-old
6
mystery.
faces. So whichever way it's facing.
So I'm just gonna. I'll go right here, and I will take my rapier, and I will do a just a sneak attack slash through the. Thinking I'm gonna cut it like Jello, and just chop it to pieces. So sorry, I literally looked at my spells first because that's where I was like, oh, spells, and I was like, oh shit, I'm playing a rogue.
Spell whatsoever.
Oops. So I just click my weapon for the attack.
An 8?
Is that?
That
that's
is
the
sufficient
actual
to hit it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And then how do I do sneak attack?
Just click the rapier again. Or click rapier in the chat box.
In the chat box.
And then I believe it just should have
28.
6.
Yeah. But can't I? Oh,
you
here it
could
is.
have-
I found it.
Should have had that checked.
Oh. Okay. Well, let's ignore not ignore, but
Oh, I unchecked it.
God fucking damn it! Stop touching my page. I'm doing it.
Okay, there you go. Try again. Now hit the rapier damage. Okay. Wow. Doesn't matter. 14. Okay. Great.
You did it.
Alrighty.
And then I can disengage those as a bonus action,
You
right?
can as a rogue, of course.
Okay, so then I'm gonna like back up and go back over
Perfect. All right.
over here, like shrup shrup.
Oda, you are up.
Seeing the fight start, Voda starts to panic and just, this is not my area of expertise. Francois, go! And I summon the tentacle on the other side of the the cube. And then I can do a melee spell attack.
Oh, sick.
Hell yeah. Fucking hentai, let's go.
There you go. Inky tentacle.
Is his Francois hentai?
You're gonna make this Jello fucking wiggle wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle.
I'm neither gonna confirm nor deny.
All right. What is the? So it's a melee spell attack. Okay, cool. So it just uses your spell attack modifier.
Yo, did you know they have coffee M&Ms now?
Hell yeah, that sounds really good. 19 absolutely slaps it. All right. 1d8 cold damage. Cool. 2 cold damage. Its speed is now also reduced by 10.
And then I'm going to
Wait, is
get
it
myself
speed
over
0
here.
now?
Let's see.
I think
No.
its speed is 0 now.
It is now very, very slow. Not 0.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Underflow that
And-
shit.
As my action, I'm going to see through the eyes of my familiar, wondering where Zug is.
Oh, did you leave your familiar upstairs?
My
Oh,
familiar is
okay,
on
okay.
Zug's head.
You're right. I forgot about that. All right. So you see through the eyes of your familiar, and he is in a strange, darker room. I'll give a quick description of what that bedroom. So, the bedroom
you see kind of him looking around from a very weird angle. It doesn't really make too much sense. Zug is much bigger than this, but it looks like he's minuscule, looking up at what is a huge bed above him. The ball of light is like bobbing above in the rafters, casting shadows over the room, which the owner's messy habits are on full display. Rumpled and moldering rugs share floor space, food scraps, stacks of dirty dishes, and tipped over clay pots whose plants have long since died. There's a bed that occupies one corner of the room, has a pile of straw in place of a mattress, and in the center stands a squat chest of drawers with a watering can resting atop it. The only other furnishing of note is a stocky wooden chest with a sturdy iron padlock that sits in another corner between two closed doors. And that is what you see. He is somewhere in a strange room that you have not seen before. Right? The gelatinous cylinder rears up and slaps down against Mr. Velka. A 16. Does Bane? Do I have to Bane on that hit?
Bane is a D4 for everything it does. It's anti-bliss.
A 15 total.
Yeah, that gets a shield.
Did it get disadvantage though?
Oh, it does have disadvantage.
Feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
Yep.
You roasted
all the combos. There you go.
That's right.
All right, so it rolls a 7 total.
I don't use shield.
Yeah, you think of Velka. You think about it as the pseudopod slurps out of the gelatinous cube, winds around and swings towards you. Then at the last moment, just whiffs and splashes down into the stagnant water next to you. Alrighty, Velka, splash of water on your face. It is your turn. The thing still stands here, fairly healthy. Very thick boy, but it doesn't seem to be able to do much.
Haha. 14.
On guard, you hit it.
10. And then bonus action, Ripple. So this is the first time I've actually gotten to use it, so I get to describe it. Okay. So essentially, you see me stab out with the rapier, and then you just see, like, time seems to rewind, and then I do it again.
Oh, like some fucking League of Legends Echo type shit. Nice.
We get some VCR rewind noise.
Yeah. Dude, my eyes go wider than they already were.
Yeah.
The fuck?
All right.
You found the
so
good
that
shit.
is nice. So that's an additional 7 damage. Very cool. 2 swift stabs, and both of them are force damage, right?
Yep, both are force.
All right, great. Upstairs, Zug. You look around the room, and your little tiny form takes in everything that I described. You see this shadow slowly making its way along this western wall. Move up, Chris, so
Should
see.
There's a few creature-looking things around. Are they supposed to be there?
Oh, those are just dead animal, or those are just dead plants. Don't worry about them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
So you see the shadow moving around this the wall, and then it finds this door on the eastern wall. This door is much more heavily reinforced than anything else that you've seen in the house so far. Has a heavy lock on it, and it also seems to, it basically seems to get like. It basically seems to be kind of all, like, much more snugly fit. And slowly you begin to watch as the shadow gets down low. Just kind of almost stuffs itself through the keyhole.
I zoom my way on over to the door and go up to try to climb to the keyhole and climb through myself if I can still fit at my size.
Okay. You make your way through. Boing. And you find yourself in another room. Musty room looks like a miser's attic. Lying in tall heaps are discarded blankets, quilts, cushions, and clothing of all shapes and sizes. Not to mention musical instruments, toys, dolls, jewelry boxes, flower vases, child-sized caskets, and broken furniture. Among the heaps of junk are a few oddities, including a stag skull hanging on one wall, a white porcelain jar with chicken legs standing on a table, a fancy helmet placed on the faceless head of a wooden mannequin, and a 5-foot-long bronze statue of a giant frog squatting in the corner, its mouth agape and filled with impenetrable darkness. A weak croaking sound calls your attention to a tiny, shriveled figure lying on the floor. It lets out one final gasp before dying.
Oh.
You look over and you see one of the little tiny versions of Bavlorna sitting on the floor there, dead. And then now you see standing up above it the shadow of Charm, now observing and looking around the room.
Does it look like the shadow was able to kill this thing somehow?
Yep.
Okay, so it just assassinated this shit. And am I kind of perched in the keyhole, like kind of up on the door right now, looking down, or where am I?
Yeah, you're like standing in the keyhole.
Okay. And it looks like there are shelving to the left and right of me.
Yep.
I'm gonna hop off if I can to get onto one of those shelving tops.
Yep.
Oops. Yeah. So, and then I'm going to, since this is technically combat, what I'll do is I'll hold my action to observe the shadow. Is it still small size, or is it like full size now?
Oh, it's full size. It's the size of Charm.
Oh, okay. Has it been the whole time that, or is it just like
Yeah.
folded over on itself?
Yeah, it was like
okay.
folded over and kind of awkwardly small in some cases, but now
Okay,
it's
so-
fully, now that it's in this room, it's just now it's looking around and like opening drawers and trying to like find something.
Yes, so that's what I want to do is I'm holding my action until it seems to have found what it's looking for. If any indication that it's
Okay.
picks them up, and the action is going to use my telepathy to message the shadow, trying to mimic Bavlorna's voice as best I can.
Okay, got it.
And I'll have whatever I want to say at that point when it comes
Okay,
up.
sounds good. All right, back downstairs. Kiwi, after having viciously mocked the gelatinous cylinder and seeing it work, you see that this thing is now looking fairly damaged. Bits and pieces of it have fallen off and are disintegrating in the pool below. It looks like it's fairly bloodied, to be descriptive, and about half the size of what it once was. What are you gonna do, Mr. Turtle Kiwi?
I've had bowel movement blocks pipes better than you.
Damn, bug.
Got him.
All right, it is a wisdom saving throw,
Damn it.
but it still needs to roll that D4.
Oh.
15. No, not quite enough. It's having other problems right now. A little bit bigger than your vicious mockery. Any bonus actions, Kiwi?
Nah.
Okay. To Nutmeg. Your bane
All
still
right.
holds on this thing.
I pulled out a thin leather strap. I was gonna say thong, because that's what it is, but it's not like a thong thong. It's a thin leather strip, and I'm pull like a piece of jewelry or something off a shelf. I'm a fucking slinging at it. Yeah.
Surprisingly, that misses, but barely. And it flies across, and it just gets. You hear a splash as you grabbed one of the little kind of semi-broken plates or cutlery and just flung it into the pool. All right.
Yeah, take that.
Rosin, you are up.
I really need to find a hotkey for when Discord is not downloaded onto my computer. Okay. I will just go. How's this gelatin? No, I'm kidding. I'm just gonna go back up and do the same thing.
All right, so you vault over the railing, back into the water, run and attack.
Damn it.
Another thing, another unfortunate miss as you stab into the water.
How the fuck? Okay. Step back.
Okay.
Ba-doop.
You disengage, step back. Coda, your tentacle is up and running. What else would you like to do?
So I snap out of my familiar's vision.
Oh yeah,
Look
you
around, make
also
sure
would have
everyone-
seen Zug like crawl through a keyhole, and that's probably the moment that you get back to where you are right now.
I'm going to just kind of like quickly direct Francois to move. It doesn't really matter where.
Okay.
and then attack again.
Slaps. Hentai tentacle. Crits.
Critical hentai. Let's go.
Cold damage.
7 cold damage as the frigid, inky tentacle slaps the ass of this gelatinous cylinder. And then it just goes, ah!
Let's go!
Alright.
Then...
Somehow the cube gets an anime girl face.
Okay, so since I can't do this both at once, I'm going to take the assumption that Zug is going to need it, and I'm going to cast invisibility through my familiar.
Oh, so I'm tiny and invisible.
Just in case.
Cool.
That actually could be. That might be helpful. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then my familiar is going to... Oh, it needs... Yeah, my familiar is going to help.
Okay. Alrighty. The gelatinous cube raises its pseudopod one more time. Comes slapping across Velka's face. Another 5! That's all we roll. It's critical misses or critical hits. It just slaps into the water, splashing once again. And that is when upstairs we have Zug. Your held action occurs as you see the shadow pull out from a drawer what looks to be a spool of thread in its hand.
Oops, sorry, I lost myself on the map.
All the way up.
Okay, I got it. I found it. Spool of thread from like one of these shelves, and it looks like it's okay. And then I'm going to try to
towards the door.
Yeah, I'm going to then use telepathy to communicate to this thing in Vivlorna's voice as best I can. Yes, I see what you're doing. Put that back.
Nice. All right. So I'd like you to give me a quick performance check.
Oh no. Okay. Performance. Oh, not bad.
Very nice. Okay. You watch as the shadow is like reaching towards the door. Stops. And then looks back into the room. Hesitates for. You definitely have a moment here. It stops. If you stopped it from trying to leave.
Okay.
So, on your turn, you can do what you need.
Got it.
Okay. Velka. Back down in the pool. You're up.
Yeah. Stabby. Minimal damage, unfortunate. And then again, the ripple.
Okay. Vroom, vroom. Yeah, both hit. Again, slashing across this thing. Very
Or
nice.
another 6.
Okay, more chunks fall off of this gelatinous cylinder, splashing and disintegrating into the pool. It's starting to look extremely precariously put together, as bits and pieces of it are missing. On its last legs, Zug upstairs.
Oh boy.
What are you gonna do? This thing looks confused. And now you realize this thing also, it needs to manually leave the room.
Yeah, and I have a thought here. I'm just spells, reading things quickly. Treasure stone. Is there? I mean, this place is a pigsty. So is there like loose dirt or clay?
Yep.
Or anything like that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Mold Earth, and I'm going to plug the keyhole with the clay that's on the ground.
Okay.
And I lose invisibility, but I'm still very tiny, so I'm hoping that I'm counting on that to keep me hidden.
Okay. We're still
And that's
very
also the other thing too is if the keyhole's the only thing that looks like it gets fit through, that's what I do. But I'd also try to, shove it along the bottom of the door, whatever. Just trying to make it so there's no physical gap. Bonus action, I do not think I have really anything. It's been a bit. Oh, I have an interesting collection of items in my bag. I gotta look at that again. I think that's it for my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm still gonna observe and see what it does, and then hopefully it can't get through what I did.
Well, Kiwi, back downstairs. The disintegrating gelatinous cylinder is on its last legs. What do you got for us?
Last legs, more like dealing with the dregs. Yeah.
It fails again. Another nasty insult as more parts of it fall off from the psychic trauma that it is taking from you assailing it. Alrighty. Nutmeg.
Yep, I'm gonna load up that thong again with another piece of whatever I can find on the floor, like a cabinet or whatever. And here we go.
Swoon. This time you maybe got one that doesn't just immediately disintegrate as you fling it across and it just slaps into this thing.
For 6 damage.
Nice, you hit it broadside as you completely just slap it, and ouch, it definitely hurts. It's looking really rough. Rosin.
Steppy. Go. Oh, wait, I need to move myself.
She's going JoJo's.
There you go. Nice stabbing it. Wow.
And 20.
Jeez, rogues, baby. All right. So, how do you destroy this gelatinous cylinder?
It's good shanking.
I would really like to hold on. I'm going to see if I can find this in GIF form. Basically, going to just like go on top of it because I'm flying, which I realized that's why I'm vaulting back over the railings back and forth because I'm just flying. And I'm going to like. That scene in Resident Evil with the lasers, and like all of a sudden all the lasers appear and it's got like everything just becomes like tiny little cubes. Like that's what I do with my rapier. It's just like this really fast, like, and it just kind of falls into pieces.
All right. Yep. Cube falls apart into the floor as the water is now flowing freely. It raises now to about knee height to all of you here. This plug no longer blocking the flow of this belt that was here at the bottom. Alrighty. Let's see. Yep, it's about 3 feet. Actually, that would basically make some of you drown.
Yeah, I'd be flying above that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not even legally allowed to walk most of the time.
As would Rosin. Okay, well, gotta be careful, Mr. Velka. You're now deep in the water. Last little bit of this combat, whatever we want to call initiative, is upstairs. Zug. The shadow looks around, reaches for the lock on the door, unlocks it, and begins to just open the door.
Then I will act on that, which is pop out of tiny ferret into what I'm going to assume is still extremely tiny Zug, and I'm going to cast Thorn Whip.
Okay, your favorite spell? Yeah.
Yep, it's been a good one.
You also have help from the
Yeah,
Birkin.
so you have advantage on this.
Okay, good.
And you now pop back into your full form.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. So I'm like on top of this the shelf. Oh fuck! Hi! And then Whip comes.
The weight of
Oh,
pull the
13
shelf down.
The hits. All right, cool. That does 4 piercing and pulls them towards me. I think 10 feet closer. So I'm now hugging them.
That's right.
I'm hugging the shadow.
Okay, Cool. Yeah, it gets pulled directly towards you. It then immediately it gets pulled, and as the thorn whip disappears, it spins around, freaks out, and immediately drops the spool of thread, and makes a break through, like, now just like is just trying to. Well, it's panicking basically.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting. Voda, it is now your turn, and technically in turn order. What would it, knowing of what you saw with Zug and where he was, what would you do right now?
I just saw the room, right?
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't watch him walk up the stairs, so I don't know exactly where Zug is.
Correct.
But I know that A, Zug is snooping, and B, Zug is following something. So I kind of quickly share that with the group.
Okay.
And then, like, I'll share that immediately, and then just drop back into my familiar's eyes to help if I need be.
Okay. Let's see.
Although I don't even think I have bonus action spells.
So, last thing, in order to just kind of make this a little bit more simple, actually, Doug, you watch as the shadow panics, drops the spool of thread, and then just now is just trying to escape. It's just trying to, like, it's just like scraping the, it's just like grabbing the doorknob and it's trying to get out of there.
I didn't really think about this. Did it seem like the thorn whip actually injured it or hurt it at all?
Absolutely.
Okay,
did,
it is interactable. Okay. Are we just taking this back to me right now? While this I'm up here? Okay, because I'm just going to be very simple. I'm jumping off the shelf. I'm grabbing the spool of thread, putting it into my bag, and I will use my final wild shape to turn back into a ferret again. And the spool goes with me.
Okay, so you watch the door is now like slightly ajar. You watch as the shadow darts out of the room and dives out one of the windows. Just disappears through one of the through a crack in the window and just disappears out of the building. Zug, you're now back in. You're back in the room. Where are you gonna go?
So I am too large to fit back through where I came originally. Now I'm a regular sized ferret.
As in, well, you can go back down the. You can go back down the stairs. That's a the door isn't.
there? Oh, okay.
There actually isn't a door there. I realize there's just stairs that go up.
Oh, in that case, I will definitely go back down. And so I'm thinking about this. Bevlorna already saw me as a ferret when we first went, when I first went into the room. They didn't think too much about it, if I recall correctly.
Right.
So, being the same ferret, I run back down. I'm going to do that goofy ferret thing where I run into the room, stop, look at Bevlorna, and then flip out and go run back down the hallway towards where we first came.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, I forgot. This is another part of the room. Let me change that. I want to sneak down the stairs first.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want her to see me until I get to the entrance of the door.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, it can give me a quick stealth check.
Okay. And this would be the ferret stealth, which.
Ferret stealth, yeah.
I think a weasel is the closest. A weasel. Okay. It is plus 5. Nice. Okay.
Wow. Sneaky ferret, rather, but
15.
Yeah, quite sneaky.
Oh yeah, there's a kind of the first GIF that wiggle and back up. That's what I want to do, but I need to sneak to the door first. Okay, great. So I get to the door. I'm going through the door. Now I'm going to make myself known. I'm gonna make some scribbly noises. Jump through here, get Bevlorna's attention, and take a look at
Charm.
Charm. If she looks any different, or she's still that vacant stare.
She didn't really hit a vacant stare. She was more so just like tracking where that shadow was going.
Okay.
And now there is a look of, you catch a look of concern cross her face.
Okay, good. So I was thinking she knew she could see me through it, but if she doesn't, I'll worry about that later. Okay. I make a big show of being a ridiculous ferret, and I run back. Make sure Bavlorna sees me, and then run back down.
Okay.
To join the rest of the group.
All right. Well, being out of combat now, the rest of you see a ferret come tumbling down the spiral staircase as Zug rejoins the party. Yeah, you just hear as a ferret with a little skull on its head comes flying down the spiral staircase and lands at Nutmeg's feet.
Zug is just a Pokemon at this point.
He's an entire team by himself.
Yeah, early for this, but here we go.
So down here, you now notice that yes, there's now the sound of flowing water as this pool is now filled 3 feet deep with more fresh-looking water. The lily pad is bobbing pleasantly there, and your party is looking honestly no worse for wear.
I will do some zoomy spins, jump around. I'll jump on this table here, knock a broken glass off, jump back down, and then finally come to a sploot rest right here, just looking up at Nutmeg. And then I'll just wait to figure out what everyone else is doing. But
That's
I'm making
cool thing.
I roll my back.
I use my telekinesis to rub your belly.
Hell yeah. Also, I looked up Sploot GIF, and this is the second one. Just the same one as the.
Yep, that's
ferret.
exactly. Yep, that's the one I was thinking of. All right, so that's I'm taking a breather. A lot of shit happened to me. I'm processing it now as a ferret, and wait to see what you guys will do.
Okay. All right. Well, the combat in the room is no longer happening, and well,
Trying to remember what all we were asked to do.
this was the main one. You were
this is
asked
the last-
to
yeah.
you were asked to do the plumbing. You were asked to find her book, and you were asked to deliver. You were asked to retrieve a crate of animal carcasses that she was promised, and then she would have
I thought
another
we already brought
conversation
that.
with you.
Thought we already
Quick
brought it.
DM.
We did that, but we haven't given the book yet. So we have to report on our success here and give the book are the last two things.
A quick question out of character. So the plumbing with relation to this piece of it, like with the gelatinous cube gone, like this is now flowing and we're good?
Yep.
Okay, so it's not like this is a flood and we have to
No, it's not a flood.
clean it up. Okay, cool. That's
At this point, you hear some splorping sounds, like black, 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 as one of the little mini frog versions of Bavlorna makes its way down the staircase, looks left, looks right, and stares at Zug, points, and says,
Mistress Bavlorna would like to see you all.
and then points back up the stairs.
I get up, I jump over it, and I wait until everyone else starts heading up.
I'm immediately just like, all right then, let's be off, and just happily fly up the stairs.
Walking to the stairs, I kneel down and reach my arm out for Zug if he wants to climb up.
Look at it. I jump up to your shoulder.
Because I also, I probably saw you take the thread, I'm assuming.
If you were looking through at that moment, yeah, because I would have been at that exact instance. So you know I have it. Yeah.
Mhm.
It makes me wonder. There's probably mechanics for this that I'm not aware of. But if I have a magical item on me as a wild shape, can someone with detect magic see it through?
I'm not sure, but we don't really need to worry about that right now.
Yeah, I don't know if this magic. It just made me think
All
about
right,
that.
so Rosin flies her way up the stairway. Everybody else following. Everybody else going.
I guess I'll follow up the stairway because there's nothing lighter to carry than good news.
All right, well, move the group of you up
I love
to
nutmeg.
this room where you find yourselves back in the presence of Bavlorna and Charm. The little Lornling, hops up onto the table next to Bavlorna and kind of just waits for a second and receives a little pat as the little froggy thing smiles with this goofy, absent-minded smile. Bavlorna takes another long sip of the tea in front of her, and you notice that Charm is looking exceedingly nervous. And all of you, it's almost impossible for her to hide it. She keeps looking past all of you at the stairs that are in the back of the room here on the kind of southwest corner.
Why are you looking at me funny?
Lorna looks to the group and then looks back to Charm. Oh, she stretches, opens her mouth in a really big yawn that is just far too large on her face. She says, well, it seems like you have done a good job with the plumbing downstairs. My little lordlings say that the water flows once again. Thank
It should be
you.
drip, drip, dripping.
Your house now has drip, confirmed.
Also, her eyes kind of do that weird slorp slorp, like each one looks at Zug in a different cadence. She points one of her long, froggy, bony fingers at you, Zug, in your weasel form on Voda's shoulder. I saw you wandering around this room. Why weren't you participating in the declogging? Is it too good for my little ferret friend?
I think Zazi was trying to see if the clog could get from anywhere else, if we could get it from another direction.
I was checking a pipe.
Yeah, you wouldn't want it to flow upwards. Like,
I'll
just
nod.
spread it over the work.
I'll nod vigorously to your guys' claims.
Just what everybody says, you just.
Yeah, I was like, yep.
Well, it seems that you have completed 2 of the asks that I requested of you. All that remains is the delivery or finding of my book of bad blood. Whenever you can find that, I will hear out your requests in turn.
Who has the book?
What? I don't know who's holding that. No, I don't think I was allowed to have it because I was just gonna put it in my bag.
It's in. I'll have to look at my notes. If no one else remembers.
Velka had it? I'm not 100% sure, though.
Velka seems like Derpy's character. What's Derpy's character's name? I don't know it. Rosin. Yeah, it's like she seems like one of the more responsible types, so I would imagine she has it.
Yeah, but she can't figure out what direction she's going, so.
Yeah, I don't think I had that one.
Whoever
I
has
have,
it,
but I stopped taking notes.
though, I would
wait.
message telepathically whoever that is.
It's either Zug or Velka, I think.
I should check my bags. I'm pretty sure it's not me though. I don't think I have it.
Was episode 10 when we were knighted?
9 or 10.
10 was when you were knighted as, yes.
Well, I mean,
9 is when we were handed the book when we first met.
Episode 10 was when we were knighted. Are we currently on episode 11?
Yeah.
Oh, then I am taking notes. Check that out.
I definitely do not. I do not have the book.
Awesome everything.
I love that you sound so surprised.
I'm 100% surprised. Let's see then. No, I have a hooded lantern and scattered leaf tea. I don't have the Book of Bad Blood.
This is what 3 or 4 weeks off will do to you.
Whenever you
We'll figure it out.
fine.
Yeah.
Someone, let's just decide who has it.
Yeah, I think so.
Like
I
right
think
now.
Velka had it. That's what
All right,
my brain-
Velka has
That makes
it.
sense.
All right, let's go with that. Then I'm gonna
Velka has it.
telepathically
You
message
got it.
Velka. We can either turn it in now, or say we'll go find it, take our time, strategize, and come back. Leave it up to you. And that was telepathically, so just I'm not shouting shit out right now. As a ferret. Yeah, just,
Yes.
I feel
No
like Zug
switching.
probably wasn't actually doing it telepathically. It just turned out to be telepathically, and it's just a ferret squeaking.
Yeah. Could be.
Understandable. Believe that we need to go. I believe that we need to go find this book. No.
I mean, didn't we hear something about that from that guy who's like, hey, definitely don't say that I have this?
I don't know what you're talking about. We will go. We will go find it now.
Maybe I'm mistaken.
I thought we had found it.
No, Rosen. We need to go find it now.
Lorna looks to the group and she says,
Okay, wait. Am I reading between the lines?
That's a great question.
I guess I only messaged Velka about the options.
What is your character's wisdom? Would be, I guess, the read between the lines determiner. Roll a wisdom check.
Oh,
for me.
my wisdom's fucking high. Never mind.
Yeah,
I
you
would
probably
definitely
are.
be reading. Yeah, like
Yeah.
my wisdom's a +3.
Right.
So
Let's-
I'm only aloof when it comes to directions. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm not just generally aloof. Okay,
All right.
never mind. I'm reading between the lines. Ignore my.
You're not Nutmeg.
You're
Yeah.
not Nutmeg, yeah. Nutmeg probably.
I have
wisdom.
plausible deniability. Like anything Nutmeg says can just be passed off. So it's
Yeah. Nutmeg might be wise, but is also high.
yeah.
So, you know.
Some may say that's why he's so wise.
So as you're saying this, Lorna looks to the group and just, whenever you get and find that book, please bring it back. And if you bring it back before this evening, then well, a dinner can be had. We can discuss your requests over a nice meal.
My stomach immediately drops.
Why does that sound so not intimidating?
Ominous.
Intimidating, is it? Yes, thank you. Why does that sound so ominous?
Nothing ominous about it. My chef is already preparing them.
Is there any implication that you might want to do any harm to any of us? I mean, I figured you would probably say no.
She narrows.
Am I getting anything?
She
Like,
gives a
instant check
very
that.
unnerving smile. She gives a very unnerving smile, and
Like, is it just your
Oh,
face?
you know,
she
maybe
gives
I don't
you, she
wanna
gives you an unnerving smile. But you get the sense that no, she is telling the truth. There are, even though she is a strange, groggy hag, she has been following the rules.
Hospitality, yeah.
Hospitality.
Okay,
She's
so-
big here.
Okay, so it's definitely not even like it's like unnerving and ominous, but that's just kind of like because of her face and her voice.
Oh, I mean, there's obvious
it's not-
undercurrents. There's also obvious undercurrents of like, she knows there's probably something up, but at the same time, she's not. She's also not. Surprisingly, as well, she's 100% like not threatened at all. Like you're in her house, but like she doesn't seem to care.
I'm sure we're gonna get that a lot.
She's got that supreme confidence.
Yep. And as you're all kind of discussing this, and she's inviting you for dinner, you hear a clink as Charm. She puts down her teacup on the table in front of her and gives a nervous smile, very obviously nervous. Stands up and brushes off her dress.
Well, I should be going as well. Maybe if these fine companions are heading back out to Downfall to do a little bit of a search for this book of yours, I will leave as well. I have much to do, maintenance and whatnot at the balloon. We'll be leaving quite soon as well, me and my sisters, returning to your sister, as it is. Yes, Endelyn is expecting us back quite soon. Thank you so much for the hospitality and the tea, Miss Bavlorna.
If you are heading back down, why do we not escort you back to your balloon?
There's a small nervous tick across her face. She nods.
Of course. Maybe the book will be on the way there.
Oh, well, that would make our job much easier, yes.
Wouldn't that be convenient?
So she stands up and walks over in like your general direction. And all of you once again notice that she has no shadow. She casts no shadow from the pale lamplight in the room. And one of the Lornlings jumps up with a croak and opens the door to the hallway, leading you back down towards the exit. Where would you all like to go? What's the plan here, as it is kind of like early afternoon?
Great question.
I'm a ferret. I can't talk, and I don't feel like communicating to anybody, so it's up to you.
Oh, good. I'm Booty Ferret.
My dream existence.
Is that... does this confirm that Zug is, like, heavily autistic and, like, non-communicative at times?
Only when in ferret mode.
Yeah.
Only when in ferret
He's
mode?
going
Okay.
goblin mode.
Yes.
I actually think that could be an interesting character idea, though, is just, like, being non-communicative at times. Just
So
on
Kenku.
whim. Yeah, Kenku.
I would say those are really fun to play.
Yeah. Kenku are decently
A
fun
lot
to
of
play.
attention though. But I would say just as a strategy of what we're gonna do, we should just head back, talk what we want to do because we found out a bunch of stuff, and then take it from there. So like back to wherever we took the boat from.
Yep. All right.
Right. So, party makes their way back down to the bottom floor, where the Lornling leads you, along with Charm, who kind of nervously walks next to you all. Her hands in her in the little pockets on her dress. Yes, her dress has pockets. It's great.
Wow. Can I see?
Fuck yeah, let's go.
And then
Yes.
basically
Dress.
make your way out to the end, or to the outside of the cottage, and are led back down along the rickety steps. The Lornling leaves you at the top of the steps as you all make your way down to the bottom, where your boat awaits, and you see that there was a second boat here as well. Charm gets in that boat, the other boat, and get in yours. And she gives you a nod. She said,
Well, it was very nice to meet all of you. I must be heading back to Bobble and Trinket at the storm balloon. Must make preparations to leave tonight. Yes, we're a little bit behind schedule. Maybe they made some sales or whatnot, but once again, nice to meet you.
she gives a little bit of a curtsy as she sits down in the rowboat and you row away into the fog and mist.
Before she takes off, I'm giving an overly pleasant smile before I go, is that? And I lean forward and I grab her dress and it's like, oh, sorry, is this my mistake? I saw there was a hole. I was going to warn you about it. Make sure you have some thread to fix it.
Oh God.
Give me. Well, you don't even need to actually. You absolutely. If you're looking for a reaction,
I'm just looking for a reaction.
yeah, you get one. As she gives almost an audible, like, gulp swallow. And looks to you, narrows her eyes, and says,
Thank you. My dress is in quite good repair right now, but thank you for looking out.
She narrows her eyes, regards you for one final moment, her sharp features eyeing you up and down. And then you just hear the splash of the oars hitting the water as she pushes away from little dock here. Starts rowing off into the fog.
Is it just me, or does her dress have pockets?
I know, right? I wait until she's like far enough away that she can't really even see us, and just kind of turns like, so is that thread is important, evidently.
I'll pop out back into kobold mode.
While still
Yeah.
on my shoulders.
Yep.
Voda just falls to the ground under. Actually, Voda, give me an athletics check.
Not the most aware at times.
I'd like to, if I see this happen, try to stop her from falling over. So I guess I'd be assisting.
Advantage on the athletics check.
Yeah.
God, supreme confidence.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. There's a brief moment where it
nice.
looks like Voda might fall over, but with Belka's assistance, she does not. And you see the strangest hair-gone pirate there with a kobold on her shoulder. You hop off, Zug. And...
Sorry, forgot I was on your shoulder. Yes, this is what I want to talk about before we go back in, because things. Also, you kind of gave away a little bit more than we probably should have, so we have to keep that in mind now. But yeah, the reaction was priceless, so good for that.
I still think since we have the upper hand, so.
We do, but now they have. She knows, most likely, we were involved somehow.
I start looking at each of my hands. Which one's the upper hand?
I take one of Nutmeg's hands and lift it above the other one and then point at it.
Ah, I got it.
Hey, because I was about to do the exact same fucking thing.
Anyways, I'm also.
And then I'm like,
I wasn't
One
going
brain
to.
cell.
Yeah, I wasn't going to actually touch him, but
He's
I was
crushing
going to like
toys.
whichever one is higher at any given moment.
Oh, they're both
But that
hands are
could-
pretty high.
Yeah, I was like, that could
I
have
like to
many innuendos.
I like to imagine Voda rose one hand, Velka lowered the other.
Teamwork. Do we remember if Bavlorna is able to spy on people through particular things, animals, creatures, otherwise? Do we ever have any indication that was the case? I cannot remember. I felt like
My
there's something.
assumption she has some minor information from her little shit frogs.
Okay. Because I also make sure that we're out of, range, voice range of the hut, and also make sure no one else is looking at us. Well, probably should get the shore on the boat somewhere a little bit further away. Where are we headed? Are we just like listlessly drifting on this?
You're just at the base of the, like right there. Just kind of at
Well,
the base
yeah,
of
I'll certainly hold my my tongue until we get far enough away, but I'll.
Perhaps we should go back to a private place, like the dock over there.
I don't know, point to that dock.
We can go back to the sad guy. It doesn't seem that there was many people around them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Make your way to the southeastern part of Downfall, over by the mushrooms, where the sad guy. Docking very close there. You're able to pull the boat up on.
I believe his title is Senior Sad Guy. Senior Sad Guy.
All right. Well, you make your way to the shore here, and this is where we'll take a quick break as you find dry land again. having unclogged the pipes. Now trying to figure out what to do next. Figure out what the heck was going on with that shadow.
Yeah, I gotta figure that out.
Spookies.
All right.
Okay, we're back.
We'll be right back. 5 minutes.
Yeet.
Thanks, everybody. Watching. 5-minute quick break.
The same dream.
Everybody get come around with the everybody get down. That's right. Everybody get down. Everybody get down. That's right.
This shit fucking hard, bro.
Everybody get down. That's right. Everybody get down. Everybody get down. That's right.
I'm sorry to everybody else. I gotta go after that.
Everybody get come around with the everybody get down. That's right. Everybody get down. Everybody get down. That's right.
Damn.
Everybody get down. That's right. Everybody get down. Everybody get down. That's right. Everybody get down.
I've been waiting for someone like you. I've been waiting. Can't believe I finally found you. Could you be the one I need? You're my obsession. You're my obsession. Yeah.
Where them bitches at?
Yeah.
I got cereal.
Kind of
I
cereal.
got salad.
I got cinnamon life. That I guess DM had.
You have to sound so sad.
I don't have much snacks, so I stole some of DM's cereal.
Oh, for cereal.
I don't really eat cereal.
We don't have
Our cereal.
we do not have cereal.
No, it's not. It's not the greatest for you.
But it is surely a delicious way to die.
Crisp though.
This may show my British nature even more, but my favorite cereal is Pops and Honeycombs.
Yo, honeycombs are the
Oh,
shit.
those are slapping. I thought you were gonna. No, your British nature would be like, oh, I love me some cornflakes. They're so sweet and delectable.
Maybe a little spicy.
Raisin bran.
Yeah, raisin bran would be.
Do they still put Pops in like the fucking metallic ass bag, or is it plastic? No. Because I feel like half the flavor from Pops came in the metallic bag.
You're not wrong.
We're not talking. Wait, so. Oh! Excuse me. Pops are the ones that look like weird nuggets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, those are slapping. Those are really good. The other one that I thought that was for a hot second, then I remembered it was called something else. It was the one, and I'm blanking on the name. Had a motherfucking frog as the mascot.
Oh, Smacks,
Smacks.
Smacks, I think.
I think it smacks.
Honey
Smacks.
Yeah.
I never ate.
I don't think I ever had. I honestly, regular life cereal is probably my favorite. And then Lucky Charms.
Life is like a solid B tier.
I just like it. I'm not a big cereal fan of the first. Okay, also, I non-ironically enjoy grape nuts and granola. So maybe I'm just an old person.
Well,
we knew that.
As in, like, wait, wait. Are you talking about grape nuts, like, just straight up, like, pour some milk on those rocks and then eat
I
it?
have a little sugar on there.
How do you still have teeth?
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
I had my parents did a weird thing with grape nuts, because I had grape nuts as something I ate growing up too, but it was served as almost like an oatmeal, like it was a hot cereal.
Yeah,
it works that way too.
Where you would basically it was like hot, like you'd have heat it up. It's like a little bit of sugar in there, and then like in the microwave for like 30 seconds, and they would soften it up enough that it was like edible.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not crazy.
No. They also soften up just like with time and milk exposure.
Time and milk exposure. At least none of
I don't know if I'm the outlier, but the best part of Captain Crunch is the yellow bits.
No, you're not the outlier.
I mean, they sell those.
100%.
Isn't that what they sell as like the regular part of Captain Crunch?
Yeah, that's just basic Captain Crunch.
I say that, nobody I know, like, growing up, ever liked them.
And that's like the surest way to cut the roof of your mouth.
Yeah,
but I'm not
that was
disagreeing.
like they tasted good, but holy shit, were they something that would just for you?
As we have shown many times, I am a masochist.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of like what
Also a sadist.
what my go-to like sugar cereal. I was like, we didn't really have sugar cereal as like. But there was
Reese's
always
Puff cereal,
Reese's
and the
Puffs.
best part that was the fucking milk.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch for same reason.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch was one of the go-tos. I think that was mine.
The only time I ever had sugary cereal at all growing up was when we were camping. It was the camping treat. You know, you can get the sweet sugary things. But only
Did you
then.
get those ones that were the like singular boxes?
Oh hell
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The variety pack. No one wanted cornflakes. You always got the Lucky Charms
I had to
first.
say, Lucky Charms. That was if I had to pick a sugary one, Lucky Charms was my go-to.
So see,
Were you
It's sweet dog food.
Yeah,
it's
it
great.
wasn't. I was about
Yeah.
to say it's like it was like the weird 50-50 because it's like The actual cereal part itself was not.
Oh,
Whatever.
I would always eat the
Just
cereal
whatever.
part as fast as I could, so I would just have mouthfuls of fucking marshmallows.
Okay.
Yep.
Other thing I
Okay.
used to do.
This one
might be.
put me off.
This one might be
I didn't
more.
like the marshmallows.
Oh yeah, that's
It's a
that's
weird.
weird.
Thing. No, I feel you. It can
But
be-
do you like?
I
vegan
Okay, sorry.
marshmallows?
I want to say
Cereal?
there's two things I used to do that may be an odd thing. One was if I was eating them dry, which sometimes camping we just have dry cereal, I would pick out the cereal first and eat the marshmallows last altogether. The mushrooms. The other thing is whenever I had cookie dough ice cream, I would do the same thing with the cookie dough bits. So I'd eat just like a raw cookie dough chunk at the end.
Hell
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know if that's weird or if
Just
that's like people do that.
walking.
Yeah,
I
it
feel
was
like
great.
that's just like saving the best for last.
Yeah, is exactly what it was.
Here's a funny thing: is in a attempt to make us eat healthier, we would always have cereal on Saturdays, and we always had to eat a bowl of "quote unquote" healthy cereal before the sugary cereal.
So you have
which
2 bowls of cereal.
worse than that, my brother and I would have like 6 to 8 bowls of cereal
Bro,
on Saturday mornings.
Jesus.
That's why you were
What
such
the
That's why
hell?
you're so fucking angry, dude. You cerealed your ass up.
No, so with Lucky Charms, I would eat all of the ugly cereal first, and then save all the marshmallows because I wanted them to float, and then I would spin my spoon around in the bowl and try to make pictures with the marshmallows.
That is fucking adorable.
And then I would like eat the marshmallows like one tiny thing at a time to be like, okay, what if I remove this one? What if I remove this one? And then I would like eat all like the red balloons first, and then eat all the like the clovers, and then you know.
This is
Yeah.
Whoopoo.
sharing this shit. The actual those are the shapes of the middle rows, the shapes of the like the oat cereal.
That's why I say it reminds me of dog food.
Yep.
They were bells,
Delicious, delicious dog
bells,
food.
fish, arrowheads, clovers, and X's. And green clover, pink heart are yellow.
Is it weird to anyone else that Arrowhead is just randomly thrown in this group?
I don't think so. No.
I feel like the only one that fits is
This is
the clover.
very-
Everything else
this
is like, huh?
Very religious.
Arrowheads are definitely a lucky charm.
Yeah, it's a lucky charm.
Like, if you find an arrowhead,
Lucky
it's considered to be lucky.
Well, unless you find it in your
Why
like
is the
sternum.
fish lucky?
And it's lucky for the person who found it because it's not in their sternum.
And also, Waboog, I don't know if you saw it, but there was a Jerma clip of him playing co-op of the new 40K game. But they were talking about which cereal makes the best cereal milk. And Stir is a fucking psychopath. He pours, his goal when he has cereal is to pour the exact amount of milk that he doesn't have any left over at the end.
It's a good
That
mini
is
game.
the worst way to eat cereal.
No, that's
Right.
a good mini game. I appreciate that.
You appreciate the
No, because
min-maxing
the
of
cereal
it.
milk is the
Mhm.
best.
Yeah, the purpose of cereal is to flavor your milk.
Okay, I'm gonna come out right here. I hate cereal milk.
Oh, so you're gonna eat it like Nick does?
Disgusting.
You're just put your milk on the side and eat dry cereal.
I like
I-
cereal
yeah.
milk, but I don't like overly saturated. Like
I would prefer
I want
milk.
it to be overly saturated, as in I want a small amount of milk at the end to have a ton of flavor versus like filling my bowl.
I would much
I
rather
don't wanna
have
water down
milk.
your cereal milk.
I
Yeah, I don't. I
No,
don't
no.
want to make my milk. I don't want to make my cereal soggy with milk.
I would much rather have milk dampened cereal than have milk left over at the end.
Bro, so when I eat cereal, I will over pour milk. Eat the first batch of cereal, pour another batch of cereal into the milk, so I have like extra thick milk at the end.
Well,
Hell
here's
yeah.
your like saturation. Like,
Yeah.
so I just
Drink
pour
that
like,
thick
a
daddy
normal
milk.
bowl of cereal and then
Jesus.
half the milk so that you can like really saturate the milk, but then you only have a little bit left over.
See, my goal is mostly with the. So I want the milk at the end with the cereal, but my goal is that every bite of cereal is half soggy, half crunchy. Because
Yeah.
I think that's what makes cereal the best, is that dichotomy between the two textures.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like I want it soft and not hella
think I'm
crunchy,
the
but at the end I want a
only-
milkshake.
I think I'm the only person in the world who likes like cocoa Rice Krispies.
I love
All
them.
I can picture
Everyone always
down
likes
freckles
cocoa
with a
pebbles
strainer
more.
with cereal in it.
Was that?
And there's a strainer with cereal, and you're pouring the milk,
Milk over it, just to moisten it a little bit. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not a bad idea.
Yeah, Chuckles
Honestly.
puts his cereal into a strainer in the sink and then just pours the milk on it, and then pours the cereal into a bowl after.
Yep.
If I see
good
this as a
ideas
real
now.
picture anytime soon, I'm gonna have to leave.
There is a
You're
restaurant
back.
in
Gotta go
New
to the
York.
kitchen.
There's a restaurant in New York, because of course there is, that sells just cereal milk.
Of course,
I
there
am
is.
not surprised.
I'd
There's
be
a
dumb
place in
not to
LA
try
that's like they sell, or it's like a restaurant brunch place, and their thing is like having 30 types of cereals on stock or whatever. It's kind of interesting.
cereal on tap.
Basically,
There's when I was getting a protein shake at the gym, they have ones that you can buy that are cereal milk flavored.
no, that's fine.
I won't. I'm not touching that shit. Give me.
For
give
me,
me
that's
that,
like,
give me that
do you want to
banana.
just fart really hard? Because that's how you fart really hard. We have lactose intolerance as well.
You gotta work out them farts before you lift.
Yeah.
That is true.
All right, well, let's get back to this bad boy. So, find yourselves back on the shore of Downfall, with the Bavlorna's cottage in the background behind you, lost in the fog. Dragging your boat up onto the shore, you hear the baleful sound of that terrible, terrible bagpipe as Octavian Octavian, is just still sitting there, woefully playing the bagpipes underneath that mud. And with that background and backdrop of kind of strange soundtrack, find yourselves by yourselves here on the southern shore of Downfall. In the distance, you can hear the sound of festivities, maybe, and other stuff coming from the sinking palace where Illig is now the newly crowned king. But if you were to talk about anything right now, the time.
Okay, so it feels like it's been, I don't know, a month since we last discussed our plans. I don't know, just time goes weird here in the Feywild. Yeah, what exactly? Okay, we're doing the things for Bavlorna, so she will do what again for us?
We gotta get the fuck out of here. I don't want to be in hither forever.
Oh wait, it was for the skull. That's right. Okay, we need the skull.
We didn't know the skull was here. We
I
thought
saw it.
Vander had it. Well, now we do, but before we didn't. We thought Vander
I thought
had it.
we thought
No,
that was the
you
case,
did-
but then we figured out that it was here. We had a conversation with her, and she confirmed that she had it.
She confirmed that she did have it because it was the thing that that Vamper, aka Agnon, it was one of his finest treasures from one of his heists that she claimed as part of her tithe of his his stealings.
Okay, so yeah, it's upstairs. I saw it. Also, I got some yarn or string. We'll get to that later.
Is it yarn or string?
I don't know. It's Charm was doing weird things, trying to steal from Bavlorna. So
And
we
she-
could. Yeah, anyway, there it is.
Us, to let her know.
Now,
And I'll pull out a spool of thread, whatever it was. I'll put it on the ground.
so this is what she was after.
You put it on the ground, everybody immediately, you sense there's a strange aura around this thread, and it almost feels like it's amplified by Octavian's dour melody that floats over the air toward you.
Like to cast Detect Magic and
You
see
do
what
find,
kind of magic
yes,
it
you
is.
cast Detect Magic and you do find that this spool of thread does emanate some sort of magic. It doesn't pop off as any sort of specific school of magic, I would say, but it has oh, interesting. A question to a weapon to each of you. What color I guess, Velka, as you're interacting with it right now, what color would you associate frustration, self-doubt?
Gray. Also gray.
Okay, for Velka.
Gray.
Got it.
Gray.
I'm sorry, for
I'd say
Voda.
gray.
For Velka, what would it be?
Gray. I think gray is definitely that, like not quite shame, but like the self-doubt.
Well, I'm saying gray because I can't see color.
Yes, that is fair. But I feel like you would remember color.
Oh, and then, well, it doesn't change. It doesn't seem like any color to her. Zug,
seems like
what
gray.
color would you associate with failure or self-doubt?
Honest, it's like a right on the border of blue and purple.
Okay, so that's the color that it appears to you. A thread on the spool. And for everybody else as well, it's a color that whatever you associate with this frustration, self-doubt, or anything like that, I think you all start to notice, yeah, it's to each of you, the thread manifests as a different color.
So as we're discussing, we
Shit's
realize
wild,
that.
dog.
Yeah.
And
Yes, I don't know. Charm is after it. I accidentally ran into her while cavorting around, and she was weird, and it followed her. I was really tiny. Really tiny. It was really crazy. I was fucking...
Always really tiny.
No, like, really tiny. I could have been blown away by a fart. It was that's how tiny I was. Anyways, followed her. She's trying to take this.
You blown away by a fart?
No,
Okay.
not this time. But I followed her, and she tried to take this, and then I bamboozled her, and I took it. Oh, and now she knows we have it.
Probably.
But I don't know why this is important to her, or should we... What do we do? Blackmail material? Keep it for ourselves?
We will figure it out in time.
I don't want to take it back there when we bring the book. She might sense it. So we should probably bury it around here somewhere for the safekeeping. In the short term. Oh yeah, we can also just go steal the skull. If we don't want to do the other thing.
I do believe it would be in our best interest to return the book.
Yeah. Exactly are we going to get out of it if we keep it?
I
I don't know.
We do
Yeah, I
want
mean,
her.
we still have had that rule, what's the word, like, used against us, so to speak. So, I mean, we're kind of, right, we kind of owe her one. That is the rules.
We need to return the book so that we can have a conversation with her, so that we can tell her to fuck off. She probably will not fuck off, but
Language.
whatever. The point is, we're probably going to be coming to blows with her.
Nice.
It's not that kind of blow.
Nice.
It's not that kind of blow either. I'm not sure. We are going.
Yeah,
to
what kind of blow?
probably-
I'm not sure
You
what
know-
we are talking about anymore.
Anyways,
We're probably going to get into the fight with her.
I'm trying to avoid that. I don't think we want to do that right now.
Yeah, but what if we, instead of getting in a fight with her, we just, like, don't, and she just leaves?
Do you think she really will?
I think we have two real options. We need the skull. She'll give it to us if we finish the task and have dinner. High risk, high reward. Who knows what happens at dinner? The rights of hospitality will protect us for a while, but we've also left the house once. We'll have to request it again. 2, we steal the skull, and we cavort our way off to the next place. Worry about the consequences later.
I don't know if we'll have to invoke the rule again. I think it's still active, because she invited us to dinner. Like, it's
I
like
believe
an extended
until-
circumstance.
I think it's worth
believe-
making things explicit in this realm.
Probably.
And we've been told that she twists things to her advantage.
This is true.
Perhaps we can twist this, I hold up the thread, to our advantage during the conversation if it comes up.
Man, I really thought you were gonna pause and say you grab your crotch.
Yeah,
Grab the cloaca.
Twist, the old cloaca twist. Yeah.
Twist that cloak.
I think we kind of has to know what it is before we go using it
Yeah.
as leverage.
Yeah, we gotta clarify if it's thread or string.
Also, how much is there on this spool? Is it like a very thin sort of like a sewing thread?
Yeah, it's
or
a
is it a
sewing
heavier
thread,
yarn?
yeah.
Okay.
And there's a lot of it left on there.
It's a solid. It's a full spool. But
I will go ahead. I will pull like a 1 or 2 inch section and cut it so I have a little piece of thread.
Sure.
I hold it up, play with it. Do I sense anything with it? It stays the same color. Does it? If I tie it into a little circle and wear it as a ring, does it do anything? Or?
Yeah. So as you start to like run it through your fingers and hold it up, you get just this kind of strange, worrying and kind of almost like nagging sensation in the back of your mind that is a callback to your kobold tribe and the overbearing responsibility and the idea that you would never amount to anything in this tribe, and all of these kind of, you just start to feel gross, and yes, like self-doubt starts to rise up for a brief moment, and then it disappears.
Seems to be a thread of intrusive thoughts. I don't know.
Oh, it's a Reddit thread. I see.
Oh boy. But that feeling does go away after a little bit. Is there any like lingering sensation or emotive response?
Not really. No.
Okay, I'll just pocket the little piece of string. Or actually, I'll just... Ooh. I was about to say I'll tie it to my armor, but I don't want to be visible. So I'll put it in my pocket for now.
Okay.
I don't know.
And as you do that, you all see a shadow pass over you on the ground.
Oh.
And looking up, you see the storm cloud rising into the sky and taking off. With its
So they're
little
leaving,
gondola,
yeah.
with its little gondola dangling beneath it. It very quickly rises into the air, getting smaller and smaller, and it heads off into the distance.
Pull out a javelin missile.
But they're just leaving, which is unexpected from previous conversations.
No, I think that she said she was leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were.
Yeah, I was like, do we care?
Oh, and then, well, no, because didn't they mention that they've also traveled around the different sections?
Yeah, because they came from one of the other.
Right. So they
witches.
They came from Yon.
Yep.
Okay. No, that may have been one way we could have done that, but we already have our other option. Okay.
So I guess our options are: do we try and usurp Bavlorna from her seat before we leave, or do we just leave and we come back for her later?
That one, the latter one. I don't think there's anything we can do right now. We don't know what's going on in the other realms yet either. Although, I'm trying to remember now. Do I remember if anyone had an association with Bavlorna for their loss that we discussed earlier?
I think the only person who knows that answer for sure are the twins.
Okay, so I would not. I don't think. I'm pretty sure I have no idea. Okay. Plus, we need to find the other ones, anyways. This one seems to be of no consequence.
Susu, buddy. I think that it would behoove us to take care of business before moving on, personally.
If by business mean a
Basically just-
dinner and a deer skull, yes.
No, by
Yeah,
business
that
I mean.
that sounds like the business that we should take care of. Yes.
I believe that we need to
It-
take.
Probably
We-
really it. That's the only one I can think of.
I flick
It's
my
really-
sister in the back of the head.
I hit my brother in the back of the head with the paintbrush.
Spit out, children! It's not the time.
Yeah, I will be like starting to swing, but be stopped by Zug's comments.
I'm just impatient, uncle, at this point.
Yep. Point being, I do believe that we need to take care of her before we move on.
Why?
Because I do not know if we will get another chance.
We have Clappertrap. He can get us between. We just need the
Sure.
skull.
But right now we have the element of surprise.
She knows we're coming.
Yes, but she doesn't know why we're coming.
Phrasing.
Nice.
I'm gonna think back to it, and I think this. I don't want to be meta here at all, and I think this is something that, as a fairly perceptive entity, Zug would pick up that level of confidence that Revlorna was exerting. I feel like she is quite powerful and not feel threatened by us at all, but from what I've seen with her. Would that be a fair assumption in our interactions?
I think
She's
that
like-
is fairly accurate from what your interactions are. You have,
I will
Okay.
say,
she has
you
come
get
into
this-
your. She has come in. You have gone into her house. She's allowed you to wander around there without like any sort of oversight or anything like that. Or walking around in her space. Doesn't seem threatened at all by it.
Meanwhile, like someone like Charm was feeling super confident until something minor went wrong, and she was like freaking out. So, yeah, I think that kind of
is you're getting the same level of confidence from Velka. Whether or not it's warranted, we don't know yet. But you know,
I trust the witch in the house.
yeah, trust her.
Her confidence, that is. Okay, so I guess what we're on at this point is no stealing the skull. We go back, we serendipitously find the book and give it to her, and we've done all our tasks. We have dinner with her and discuss whatever needs to be discussed. Get the skull, skedaddle over to wherever is next.
So what do we say though if she asks where we found it?
Can't we just say we found it with the soggy court? Like,
Yeah.
that's not a lie. And I mean, whoever's
Okay.
ruling it now is going to be different in like a week, anyways. So
Yeah, it was next. Oh, what's the Illig? It was next to Illig's bedside table. Don't ask why we're in there.
Okay.
So
We're
which of
cleaning up
us?
for the new
Which of us?
king.
Yeah, which of us fucked Illig before to get into his bedroom?
No
Yeah,
one
yeah.
did. We were there changing the sheets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were the
that's
hell.
Are you sure we're not Blitz?
Language.
Sheets. Oh no, that's a bad word.
Jeez. No, I think it was the which of us fucked that she was languaging. Yeah.
I will pocket the thread again. I'm a little concerned that she might sense it on us, but I'd rather not just leave it behind. So I'll add it to my my bags for a return.
I just have to burn all of her detect magics for the day.
Yeah. So what are you all up to? Where we going?
Well, it sounds to me like we just need to head back with the book, say we found it, and just navigate the conversation in dinner. I guess kind of ad hoc, see what we do. But the key thing is that we need to get that skull, which was part of the deal of the trade, and get that back to Clappertrap, and then we can. Was it Clappertrap? What's his name? Something like that. Okay.
Clappertrap.
Yeah, then he can
Clapperclaw.
give us Clapperclaw.
Clapperclaw, that's right. Because I was like, Clappertrap seems way too close to
Claptrap is
Claptrap.
close to.
That's right. That's the Borderlands thing, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That's why I was like,
yeah.
that's-
Well,
Who's being played by Jack Black in the movie.
oh,
if
boy.
you're if you need to just get back to the cottage, it doesn't take you too long. Waits and it's a lake.
Also, real quick, what was the core emotion that we feel with this thread? Was it frustration?
Frustration and despair.
Despair. Okay.
Evan Hart is Roland? Really? Sorry,
So
distracted by Borderlands cast.
All right.
So other things? Who's returning the book? Whoever has it just hands it to her when we get there, I guess.
Yep.
Okay.
Last chance to read it.
Yeah, I thought we already did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
we
definitely
it was
has.
just
It
a list
has
of names.
Gullop's name in it.
Oh, that's
Yep.
right. Yeah,
Or
yeah.
it had Gullop's. Yeah, it still has Gullop's name in it.
Did it have our names? I forget.
Nope, did not.
We could check it now as long as it's not like magically added or some shit.
Yeah, if you look again, it doesn't. have
Actually,
your
not bad
names in
idea. Okay.
So, like, how long until our names are in it? We're gonna hand it over to her, and she's just immediately gonna write our names in it.
Maybe.
We could. I mean, theoretically, we could write whoever's name we wanted in here, right? Like, what was the name of that?
Ooh.
Yeah, like what was the name of that bitch who hurt the key girl, Jingle? Like, we could write his name in there. Yo, give me that book real quick.
I'm all about this, actually.
I slap Nutmeg's hand.
Hey, I just
We
just need
already
to make a
solved
quick
that
memo.
issue. We already solved that issue.
Yes.
Yeah, but like, what if it was solved better and like more?
Give him a chance to prove that he is turned over a new leaf, and if it does not come to that, we can sneak in and put his name in there later.
I guess so, but why do we need to give this guy another chance? This isn't the guy that you know, right? It's not like your brother or whatever. It was like the other shit was like who you ran
Because we
into.
spent time trying to fix this problem.
Yes, he agreed to not be as aggressive towards the locals.
Yeah, but what if like things went real south for him? Like I probably changed pretty quick after that.
I don't want to be responsible if someone's
This is a real bad bitch we're dealing with. We do not want to... Even the worst of our enemies, we probably do not want to be on her ship list.
Yeah, but like it'd be really funny if they were.
Hey, are you
Then we
gonna
might
say
wind
this?
up in there. We might actually end up in there if we're writing, she told us to get the book back, not to write in it.
That is true. She would
Because then
probably
we
write
were in
all
the
our
book.
names in.
Then
She
we're in
doesn't have to
trouble.
know we
Also
wrote
don't
nothing.
know-
We weren't even
we
the ones
also
who
don't
took it.
know What happens to those in the book? The last one we knew about that was in the book is now dead.
Fair, is that just
No
because of-
actions of anyone related to Bad Lorna.
As far as we know.
And also,
I mean, it's
that
the
was...
soggy court. That's a revolving throne. Like you can't. that's not a very good method.
My point is we don't know.
We do not know what will happen to people who are in the book.
So then why write in the book?
Exactly.
So don't-
Science.
Just no.
No.
We'll ask
it's-
ask over dinner. We can ask questions.
Yes, we can ask what happens, and if maybe she would be willing to put the name in the book for us once we give it back to her.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we put like Charm's name in the book then, right? Like, she's got some shit going down.
That I
Unless
would
we
not
use
be
her
it.
help later.
That is also possible. Maybe she wants to be the head witch on campus. And we could use that to our advantage to overthrow... Which one is her master again?
Who?
Harm.
Did they tell us that? Do they have a master? I thought they just traveled around.
No, they answer to one of the witches.
They answer.
Do they?
She answers to. Let's see. Lovely.
Endolin, right?
Endolin.
Oh, okay.
She answers to the Endolin. It just came back to me. Crazy.
Uh-huh.
Weird.
Okay, so like, what if we put Charm's name in there and like, right? It's then like suddenly Bad Lorna has shit with her. She doesn't really know why, but she apparently has shit with her. And now like she and her as sisters, right? Is that how that works with them? Like
I grabbed the
they're
book
at wars
from
with each
Zelda
other.
and quickly looked to see if Charm's name is in the book.
Harm's name is not in the book.
Huh, wait, if they work for what's her butt? And she was trying to steal this. from
But you do see
her employed
Oda.
sister.
You do see Endel.
Fucking, I was gonna say we should put Endelin's name in, but apparently she's got bad blood with her sister.
Do we have, is Gabitha's name in there too?
Yep.
I wonder if they were trying to steal this thread for her.
Now I'm gonna look for a couple more names. Is Sue's name in there?
A boy called Sue?
The Wandering Inn.
No.
Wandering in which? Okay.
And is Vampire / Agnon in there?
No.
Okay. I toss it back to Velka.
Yes. So we could, now that we know that Endelin and Scabitha are in the book, we could maybe offer to help her turn on her sisters.
I don't think she'd appreciate knowing that we look to her.
To be fair, she never said we shouldn't.
I don't think she had to say that for it.
She made it very clear it was her book.
That is true, but she did not make it very clear that we weren't supposed to read.
I'll tell you what, if you want to tell her we're looking through her shit, that's on you. I ain't gonna do that.
I think that it could be possibly a good plan to turn her against her sisters.
She already is, though. What are we gaining?
But we can offer to help her. Maybe.
I don't want to.
I mean, I think if you're trying to do that, you don't tell her, like, hey, we could start shit with your... You could be like, hey, if there's anything you need, maybe you don't want your name attached to it.
Let's wait for her to bring it up. Oh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Keep
let
it
her
more
think she's a
vague.
genius.
I have some ideas with this thread now. Now that you've reminded me of some things I had totally known in the past. So,
That I recall from just a couple days ago.
yes, they were very recent.
Super recent.
Okay, let's go. I want to go get this over with.
Yeah, I'm ready for dinner.
Okay. So
I kind of am too. Shit.
you pile into
My
the boat
stomach
again.
drops again.
You pile into the boat. Row your way across back through the mist on the lake. Sound of frogs and bugs echoing over the water. Make your way back to the rickety kind of stairway that goes up to the cottage. And as you ascend it, you get to the door, and waiting there for you is one of the little miniature Bavlornas. Brooks and
We
And-
found the book.
Very good.
there's a little hornling as are let inside and led upstairs.
Guys, are we
to-
gonna throw Illig under the bus and just be like, he had it?
Yeah,
Did
I
we-
think we already
Why
decided
not?
that. It was like,
Yeah.
I mean, if we say it was the other guy, it'd be really suspicious that, given that he's already been dead for like hours.
Well, we would just be like, we went and looked through his quarters to
oh,
find
and
it.
that's that's what we say.
We're helping clean out the court.
Or we could say Illig found it when he was cleaning
Let's just-
for...
Let's just say we were tasked to clean out. We found it there. Who knows why it was there? Leave that to her interpretation.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of irrelevant to what we want to do, and let her react to it as she
Also,
sees fit.
Velka, what's your charisma?
My charisma is fucking great. It's definitely a +1.
I'm gonna take the book from you.
Give the face the
I'm going to look offended, but also fully understand.
So you all are led back up to that kind of tea room where you find yourself face to face with Bavlorna, who hasn't really moved. She is now looking a little bit more refreshed, maybe, as it
She
seems
took a
that her
massive shit in the well downstairs. She's been waiting so long.
yeah, she's actually
So
her skin,
obliterated.
which was kind of weirdly dry and cracked, is now a little bit more moist as it was, and like has gotten some plumpness back to it. And she smiles at you all as you enter. I must thank you for unclogging the pipes of my preservation pond. Its healing properties were very missed. I had a nice soak in there, and now I have returned to my gloriously beautiful state. Seems that dinner should be ready quite soon. Was there any luck in retrieving my book of bad blood?
You know, I didn't see it before, but now you have had a bath. You are quite the looker.
Oh. Why, that is so nice. You're quite the looker yourself, my old fairy friend.
I staved the years off.
God,
But I'm sorry. Voda, you were saying something important? I'll use guidance.
this is exactly what I'm imagining.
I am trying my hardest not to make a gagging face.
I've softened her up for you.
It's time.
Yeah, so, we went back to see if the new king knew anything about it, and though he didn't, he asked us to clean up the old king's, garbage that he left around, and I believe we found the book. And I hold it up for her to look at.
Ah, my book. You did find it. That plump idiot must have come across it somehow. What was his dang name? Gullup or something ridiculous like that. You'll find that the monarchs of the Soggy Court tend to change every few days, just like the weather or the wind. I tolerate them.
Wait.
She reaches out she gets up.
Kind of used to this.
She gets up, and you now notice that she's been sitting. Her chair is actually like a strange lily pad, and it has. Now that we've all played Pokemon, it has the toad scroll legs underneath it. That just go.
Does it scamper?
Yeah, they just go pat, 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 and makes its way over towards you, and it leans down so she can reach her hand out.
I immediately tense up but hold the book out.
Don't worry, it does not bite.
In my head, that's not what I'm worried about biting.
She smiles. Her overly large mouth cracks a very creepy.
I think overly loud is fitting too. I looked to Zug to see if there was anything he wanted to say before, slowly handing it out.
Nope, I'm just watching you. I have nothing to say.
As takes the book, Bavlorna smiles again. She says, "I'm sorry for my guest that was accompanying me earlier, tolerating her for a time. I was wondering if she would give me any sort of juicy information about my sister, but it seems that she was merely here to consume my tea, distract me with boring conversation."
So you're telling me that there's more than one of you?
Yes. There are two sisters of mine.
Twins.
Gwendolyn and my other lovely sister. I do so love. I'm now just blanking.
Scabatha.
Scabatha.
Now, question: do we even need to make an insight check to hear the disdain dripping from her voice?
It's like, it's not like an open dripping hate, but it's more so just this jealousy, envy, just kind of that fuck them type of thing.
Siblings can be tough to deal with, no? I kind of glance at Velk.
It is quite nice that we each have our own realm carved out for us here.
Here we go.
You hear a crash from the room behind you, Voda, and you hear a series of cursing.
Son of a fucking bitch! Son of a get back here, you piece of shit!
After every curse, language.
It sounds like there may be some issues with dinner.
If you don't fucking come down from that fucking rafter, I'm gonna just throw my fucking shoe at your head.
Language!
Sounds like the main course might be a little feisty.
It's got some kick.
That might be the case. Dinner should be ready fairly soon, and now that you have done me quite the favor, I would ask you if you could check and see if the lovely Bloody Toes need any help with the preparation. It's just through that door behind you.
Bloody Toes.
I believe that would be another trade necessary, yes?
Perceptive you are, my Harengon friend. Indeed, you have already done me 3 favors. A 4th would only get you more information or more favors back from me. And for some reason today, I'm feeling a little bit more giving.
Ooh.
One of us is getting pegged tonight.
Nutmeg
Calm
isn't big
down,
enough for that kind of
Zephyr.
thing. He's getting twigged.
It should be ready soon, the dinner. You will have a lovely meal in the dining room. However, I would appreciate if we would check in to make sure that the preparations are going swimming.
Yep, I'll do that, and I immediately leave the room, just uncomfortable.
I will make sure to stick with my sister so she doesn't get herself turned into dinner.
So as you move into this room, you see
Hair
a gore-spattered kitchen. There's a stout figure with a stained apron, iron boots, and a crimson cap. A bloody meat cleaver and a bloody meat cleaver
guys.
chasing a pair of vultures around the room while the squawking birds fly and fight in the air over a scrap of meat.
Son of a goddamn! Get your.
You just hear shoom, 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 as he's just trying to like fucking jump up in the air and swing at the vultures with his meat cleaver.
Hey, you! Hey, you look like you're a bit bigger than me. Hey, can you help me out? Get these stupid. Get this dinner down from the ceiling. I mean, vultures. I mean, dinner.
I'm still covering Voda's eyes.
Well, what the rest of the group would see is Voda and Velka walk into the room, the door shuts, and immediately, a moment later, Voda walks back out and down the stairs.
Yep. Right. Let me just looking at these vultures. All right. Let me see if I can't get them down. Are they? They're pretty high up, I assume.
They're about they're not too high up. They're maybe about 10 feet in the air above you at the top of the ceiling.
Okay, so I could probably reach them with my rapier then.
Yeah.
You're just gonna make a kebab out of them while they're still alive.
I'm just gonna make them a kebab. Yeah. I'm just doing what I was told to do.
Yep. Two quick strikes.
Oh.
That strike is enough. I would say both. The vultures as they fall to the ground, and the chef gives you a thumbs up, and she says,
Oh, thank you so much. Much obliged. Your little rapier there is much better than my butcher's knife.
and then you just hear clunk clunk as the heads of the vultures just get lopped off.
All right, now I can get cooking. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, where's the rest? Hey, anybody else out there we need some help? I need to grab a couple more shanks from the fridge. Hey, that door up there, just like, behind me.
She points to this door.
In there, can you, quickly get me a, a shank or two?
I will open the door and expect to be shanked at.
You open the door and it's freezing in here. There's chunks of frozen meat dangling from the ceiling from hooks and chains. There's more meat stacked on the walls in here on metal racks. And there's a strange frost-filled wooden coffer sitting in the middle of the floor. And the cold in the room seems to be radiating from it.
It's like an inverse radiator.
Yeah.
This is some sort of cold room for,
Yeah, it's where we keep all the meat.
and that makes it last longer.
Uh-huh.
That is very interesting.
Grab me a shank. Grab me one of the legs from one of the racks on the side.
Yeah. I'm gonna just like write down a note in like a little notebook, just be like cold magic, preserve food, ? And then I will grab a couple shanks.
All right.
Can I tell what they're from?
Whoever else is in the room, Bloody Toes the chef calls out,
Also, we need drinks for dinner tonight. Go down there to the south and the southwest hallway and grab some hooch.
Yeah, I'm on that. Let's go. I'm not talking to anyone in particular. Just, yeah, let's go.
all right, so Nutmeg, you make your way down this hallway and find yourself in this dark room. As you open the door, you see a strange contraption in this room.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's made of entangled copper tubes connected to a pot-bellied boiler and a dozen cylindrical containers, which in turn sprout even more tubes that feed into buckets. Barrels are clustered in the southeast corner, and on the work table in the other corner of the room sits bits of copper and metalworking tools strewn about. Light filters through the green diamond-shaped panels of glass into the window. You see a bunch of bottles along or a bunch of these barrels, and you hear from the other room, Bloody Toes calls out,
Grab one of them. That's Bavlorna's special mushroom hooch.
Oh, okay. I'll take a look through all of them. Is there anything different about any of them, or are they all the same?
They're all about the same.
Okay. And... Okay, so it's just the hooch in here. Is there anything else in here? Like anything...
No, just this
goofy or
massive
weird?
distillery that's kind of... This massive still that's, like, slightly vibrating.
Okay. Yeah, I'll grab 2, I suppose, and head back into the kitchen.
Okay, I'm grabbing the barrels.
I'll shake one of them just for fun on my way back.
Barrel?
Yeah.
Makes a strange sloshing noise. Almost kind of... You kind of... Disturbingly, almost the sound of, like, soup.
Okay. Yeah, I found it. What the fuck was that thing? A copper pot?
Bloody Toes looks at you and she says,
Yeah, that's just Bavlorna's like she does her own she makes her own alcohol out of mushrooms, and that's her still. It's a piece of shit. Don't touch it. It's likely to just like explode. So be careful.
Oh,
She's the only one who really knows how to work it, and well, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Oh, thank you. Yeah, 2 barrels, more than enough for everybody that's here tonight. All right, really quickly, I gotta throw these birds in the fire.
She literally just takes the birds, feathers and all, and just chucks them into the fire.
Oh, God.
All right, then.
This'll be ready in about
She sniffs heavily.
20 to 30 minutes, maybe. I don't know. Probably around there. If there's anybody else curious, here.
She takes the piece of meat that was being fought over by the vultures, and she says,
take this out to the guy outside in the cage.
Do we know of this guy in the cage?
Yeah, he gives you a pyromancy scroll. Thanks, Luke.
Anybody? Come on, I gotta watch the food and make sure it doesn't burn.
The smell of
Sure,
like
I'll
charred
grab
feathers and stuff is wafting into the room. Okay,
Kiwi will go and
Kiwi, you
take
get given this piece of kind of like jerky meat, and you walk out onto this balcony out here, where you see a fully nude satyr in a cage, hanging out over the edge of the house.
Hey, bud. You,
Oh, hello! Pardon me. I usually am not in this sort of situation. He extends a hand through the cage.
Would you like some fresh meat to beat? I mean, your dinner?
Oh, yes, of course. Hello, my name is Vansel. I have, unfortunately come into a bit of a predicament here. Some of those Harengon brigands assaulted me while I was bathing.
stole my clothes, and then I chased them, and then I ended up trapped in a net and was brought here to Lady Bavlona. Things are still looking up, though. I still have all of my bits and bobs intact, and it's not that bad, you know? Could be worse. Ooh, jerky.
So, Kiwi would like shake his hand, but before handing over the jerky, like, so what did they bring you here for? And are you just hanging out over the
Not
side here?
sure! That angry red-hatted folk, or person, woman inside there seems to maybe be threatening me to eventually make me into dinner, but not quite sure. Whatever comes out of this, though, it's going to be a very good story.
Oh, are you a storyteller by trade?
Oh, yes, of course. I love telling good stories.
That's wonderful. I also enjoy stories and the arts as well. Perhaps we can see about getting you out of there in exchange for a good story or two.
Well, I mean, you could talk to Lady Bavlona, maybe bargain for my, freedom or whatever it is. Also, this thing doesn't really seem to be that well locked. I just can't reach the latch.
Oh. Well, I don't want to be hasty here.
Fair enough. It's fine. I have my jerky. And he sits down in the nude in the middle of this cage. Thank you very much. If you do happen to bargain for my freedom, just let me know. Once again, name's Vansel. Satyr in the cage. Dick out. I'm out here.
All right, Vansel. Enjoy jerking it.
Oh, no, not out here in the cold air. So you'll catch
I
a
meant
cold that
eating
way,
your
or go
jerky.
blind. One of the two things. I don't know.
I meant you're eating your jerky.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
I don't know what you guys
Enjoy
are
your
all
dinner.
about. Mhm.
Dude, he gives me the vibes of a 20-something out at a restaurant who's just too unwilling to ask for anything, but everything is wrong, but they don't want to make the server uncomfortable.
Get
It's
that
like, yeah, if you
assertive
can let me out
girlfriend
here, like,
to-
whenever you get the chance, like, don't worry about it. Don't hurry, though.
I'm fine. There
Said
is
no
Neon is what you're
pickles.
saying.
How
There's
about
a-
you shut your fucking mouth?
there is a
That's
hustle and
wrong.
bustle around the kitchen as Bloody Toes
Language.
continues to create a strange
Otto.
feast of meat and some strange like mushroom vegetables, etc. And sooner rather than later, dinner is finally prepared as surprisingly the two vultures coming out of the oven looking beautiful, like well-cooked turkeys. There is a
I was imagining they're looking like birds of paradise, just coming straight from the oven.
The birds that went to paradise.
We can only hope.
So, the little lornlings, the little froggy folk, lead you down the hallway to a dining room where you are all seated around the table. And Bloody Toes brings in the lovely serving of two charbroiled vultures served with a side of mushrooms as
Charbroiled or charred?
Charbroiled. And and you are sat upon this strange dining room in front of Bavlorna. Your cups filled with strange gray putrid smelling liquid that has a pungent nose hair burning smell to it. And Bloody Toes smiles, raises their cleaver, and she's like, "All right, who wants the leg?" And just brings the cleaver down with a large smack as one of the legs just flies off of the vulture and lands in the middle of the table in front of Zug.
I'd like to try.
I'll take that.
I grabbed it. I grab it. I start.
And that's where we're going to end for the evening, as you are all beginning your meal with Bavlorna sitting there on her lily pad. And yeah, that's where we'll pick up next time. A dinner conversation with Bavlorna Blightstraw.
I feel like there are quite a few D&D meals of import across the campaigns between this and getting dinner with what's his
Strahd.
name? Strahd, and then Asmodeus.
Yeah, this-
Yeah.
Dude,
You
eating
get those
dinner with the villain is just fun.
It's
Like,
peak monologue time,
Mhm.
right? It's
It's
like
like
Our next course is a
up
monologue.
right up there with Galas.
Yeah. Gala time!
yeah.
All right. Thank you all so
Like,
much.
not
We're
even
back
that
at it. Yeah, I love the fact that you're confused as fuck as to what the hell Bavlorna is and how what the heck these hags even are in this world and what they're doing and what they have going for them. But yeah, we'll pick up on this next time.
Yeah.
All right. Mucho gusto, mucho thankos. We're back in there.
Bye.
Yep, I'm gonna pop off in a quick moment, and then I'll be right back.
Yeah, I thought he was saying.
Woo! Thank you everybody for watching. That is the end of the session tonight. That was the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. More fun to come.